Hello and welcome back to the Average Joe podcast. Of course, I'm your host here, Joe, and today, of course, we're back again, you guys.
Hello.
And from the title you see, we're talking African men, the pros, the cons, the good, the bad, everything. So, what's a pro or a con? Start us off. What's one thing, like a quality about an African guy?
I would say like their mindset. They just have a certain thing about them, like the way they think, the way, you know, they focus when they want to focus, how they focus. I think that's definitely a pro when it comes to African men.
Like, I'm gonna piggyback on that and say they're super hardworking. Yes. Oh my God! Like when they mean business, they mean business.
Oh yeah, trust me.
And
that's one thing that African men do not play.
They don't play about that. I know they'll be drinking at their meetings and everything.
Or do they drink?
Do they drink? But, you know, even when guys are just doing their little congregations and things, it is always a lot about business. Yes. You know, that they're very, very focused on business, getting money. You know, nobody wants to lag behind. Nobody wants to be poor.
And whether it's like they're going to college and they're focused on that, or they're just focused in the financial world and they didn't go to college.
Yeah, or hustler. They're very much.
Yeah, they always have to be doing something, and I love that about our men.
No, for sure. Because like when we think about it, even like, you know, we were privileged to be, you know, to have been born here, grew up here and all that. A lot of these people came here and had nothing, didn't know anybody.
Started from the bottom.
Literally. And you see what they've been achieving. Yes, and you see what they've been achieving. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, another thing with them is that they're super family oriented.
Yes.
A
lot of them are very family oriented. I mean, there are some times where you see like this in between where they're out there making the money so they can't be with the family as much. But they're still there providing.
For the family.
Make sure that whatever they're doing, it's for the family.
It's for the family. Because they are really big on legacy. They, you know, I give it to Africans, they are thinking about generational. Like, it's not, you know, they're like, oh, my son, like, my family, they very much are thinking beyond themselves, which I definitely love and appreciate. And I wish a lot of people do take on that, because it's something to know that you're working towards something that will supersede you. And the way they love their main girl.
Keyword, main girl.
Main girl, wifey, or girlfriend, like the way they do love her. They do champion her.
If you are lucky enough to get an African guy that really cherishes you and adores you, like that is like they will go above and beyond.
They will go above and beyond. They'll make you feel.
They will definitely go above.
Because if you're not getting that, then you're just getting like a little here, there, a little half of their attention. You're not getting the whole thing.
When you get their full attention, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and that's what we see online when you see the couples and things. Like you see all the weddings and things. Like you know, like that's when he's finally committed to himself and everything, and you just love.
And you love to see it, and it's just like, wow,
right?
African men. You know, I love you guys.
I love the way you love, because
you guys act right.
Because on the contrary, we see that they have been notorious to, you know,
dabble around here and there.
Just here and there, you know.
But, you know, I feel like, do you think a lot of women, African women especially, we know that our African men are like this and we just used to it and we kind of just let it go?
Yes, I do think so.
We're getting to this generation where we're not putting up with it anymore.
I think it's a lot of not putting up with it, but I do think it's more so, I think the biggest issue with women is like when it's in their face and when they know. Like when you don't know, you just don't know.
It's not right either way.
It's not right either way.
If you're going to do it, at least.
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is that women are very much like when they know and it's in their face and then you know, like
it's disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful, and they just keep playing it back in their head. But if you don't know, you don't have any proof, any evidence or anything, it's all this speculatory, and then you could just be psyching yourself out of a really good situation because you want him to be cheating, you want him to be looking. But when you get the evidence and everything, it's like, you know, a whole different, you know, thing. But another thing is their style.
It's like they can wear it's the suits for me.
It's the suits.
They can wear like the suits, and then they can just have the sweatpants on and a t-shirt, and it's just like they carry themselves so well how they dress sometimes.
They do.
And this is for some. Some of them, okay, y'all be trying to coordinate plaid with this and that and that.
but they do take pride in how they look, even when they be mixed and matching. You can't tell them nothing. Even women, they are mixing and matching. Girl, they got the plaid.
You wearing that hat and then them shoes, the little alligator shoes.
The alligator shoes, girl. You can't tell them nothing.
No.
But
listen, they be like, this is my best outfit.
you don't see me. Some boy, this Balenciaga. Balenciaga. But another thing, I love when they do the traditional drip. Traditional drip. Traditional drip me out, baby. Yes. Traditional drip me out. I love it. But it's just that, like, that little energy. I don't know. It's just something about it that they give that just, like.
This may be, okay, so this may be a little, fatty in me, but I love me, like, the fact that African men love to eat. Like,
yeah.
they enjoy themselves food because like, someone like me who likes to cook, like, I love to see that, like, okay, you enjoy my food. Like, all right, word.
Right,
so it's like, it's a good thing in a sense, too. Like, they love their food. I can say, like, Africans have some of the best food. Like,
oh, yeah, Africans, we definitely do have the best food.
Yes.
Like, the best food.
Period.
That's the best food.
So I appreciated African man that appreciates his culture, his food, all of that.
But another thing with you guys, you could just be a little too flashy. A little
Y'all need to
flamboyant.
settle down with the flashy.
They can't be subtle. I think they just...
I love me a humble, flashy, like a humble dude. Like, we can see you got it, but you don't have to prove that you got it.
Like, your energy just speaks for itself.
Your presence.
Like, you know how girls have that pretty privilege? Like, you should have that rich privilege. Like, you ain't got to tell me you're rich. You don't got to pull out a stack of money. And
don't be one of those, like, I'm sorry, my dad's one of those where you got the money, but then you just dress like you don't got the money. It's just like, okay, be humble, but not that humble.
Not that humble, right. We need you to look the par a little bit. Not too over the top and flashy, though, but we still do need you to look the par.
Yes, look the part.
Like
you coming from something, not like you coming from the gutter.
From the gutter. I love the fact that they're so educated. They are...
Education is so important to me. And it's not even, like I said, when people say education, you think automatically, oh, you have to be a college graduate. No, education comes from anything.
So
just
many
like
things.
Even you trying to learn little traits here and there.
It's literally educating. I think
educating yourself in a certain trait that's gonna make you money. It's gonna be lucrative.
It's going to be. I do respect that aspect. Like, they are, oh, but what are you doing? Oh, they are trying to learn, trying to know, and be, and wherever the money is, they're chasing it. Oh, they heard the money's in IT.
IT, well, you don't need a 4-year college.
40, right? It's 6 months. Yeah, they are here.
They little programs
right over there.
Boom, get your money. And so I like that we're always looking to better ourselves. African men especially always looking.
What, like, is there a certain country out there that you're looking or you see that's got on your radar or anything?
All my African men are beautiful. But I think just because I'm used to this culture is West African men.
Yes.
Mostly. Just because it's like that's the culture I grew up in and that's what I know the most.
It would be a whole different thing.
I'm never going to give an East African or South African.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's also like who we come across. Like,
and I go to South Africa. I went to South Africa and it is a wonderful
place. Mm-hmm. But I can only imagine, like, it's just a cultural thing. Like, we just tend to find ourselves just around. Like, I'm sure if we were East African, we would just be finding ourselves around other East Africans. Yeah. So, we would be like, well, I'm just going to date Somalian, Ethiopian, Eritrean, because that's just what I'm around. Yeah. So I feel like because we're West African, it's just like, oh, the Cameroon guys, the Nigerian guys, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Liberia. Like, that's just what we're around. So this is kind of who we find ourselves. Another thing is just the attractiveness. I do think that, like, African men are just, like, physically attractive.
They got that oomph about them. Something.
Just oomph. Especially when they get a little bit of height and, they got the chocolate skin and the beard. Once they...
It's the beard for me.
It's the beard for me. And, I also do love the fact that, like, African guys don't get too many tattoos. I do like that. I'm like...
either way, I could care
less, but I do just like the pureness sometimes on the skin. It just looks nice.
Like glistening.
Like, listen, don't worry. I do like the tattoos, you guys too. That natural just be going. But I just do think that I find them. They are just built strong. Like, you ever held one? Like, they feel like they've been through something.
There's some scrawny ones too, girl.
We ignore those. Okay, we ignore those. But I think you kind of nailed it really in the beginning when you like the first thing you said when you said mindset. I think that some of the best things about them is their mindset, is their demeanor, the way they carry themselves. It's their mentality. I do think that is super it's super attractive.
It is.
It's just I see why a lot of other women who are not African are prowling in on our men because there is just something about them. Like it is their mindset. The way they carry. A lot in Atlanta, a lot of the Kata women are jumping onto the Africans because of the way they treat you. Even if you aren't their main girl or whatever, they still do treat you. They have a certain level. It's respect. Yeah. I think that is what the word really all entails. They just have a certain level of respect for women in general that just doesn't allow them to operate like that. Even sometimes like when women are like stepping out of line or getting crazy, they'll just be like, you know what, it's okay. It's just stuff. Like I've seen her when dudes is like, you know what. That's just, a little $1,000 sneakers or two. I'm not even going to stress that. I'm just going to let it go and let it be.
Yeah. African men, they're not quick to fight. They're not quick to try to fight drama, none of that.
It's a lot to take them to step out of character. And when it takes a lot for them because they hold a very certain thing and it takes a lot for them to step out. And when you made them step out of that, now you cross a couple lines.
Good luck to you.
Literally, good luck to you. But no, we want to champion and praise our African men out there. These are two African sisters. We love and appreciate you.
We love you, men, African men. We appreciate you guys, and we want you guys to just keep doing you. Like, keep being great.
Literally, just keep being great. Keep doing the things you are doing. We love that you're building a legacy. Just to kind of like highlight all the things we said. We complimented their demeanor, their mindset, and everything. We complimented their physical appearance, how hardworking they are. How educated they are. Go-getters. The family. How family oriented they are. We've championed the way they dress. It's respect. It's the respect in the way they dress for me. But you guys, thank you. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know some other qualities about African men.
Have you had any good experience with African men? Bad experiences?
I know that should be a topic. Have you had good experiences, bad experiences?
Yeah, let us know. Comment down.
You see, you're not going to answer? But like, comment, and subscribe below. Let us know, you guys. We want some feedback. You see, she dodged that question. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.